Okay, greetings from the Hibernaculum. Welcome to everyone new on our Discord server. It's awesome to see some fresh faces aboard ship. Hopefully my microphone isn't coming in too hot here. I'm actually using the Locust portable reel-to-reel recorder for this. And it sounds pretty rough because it's a 45-year-old microphone. Now, I might just hop into my effects software and actually take some of the edge off that. Oh, that's way better. Okay, I'm just gonna remove all of that for now. Okay, that's way better. Okay, I might cut this bit out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Bring that down a fraction. Okay, so greetings from the Hibernaculum. I just thought I'd make a quick voice recording here. Incoming transmission from the Locust portable reel-to-reel recorder as we have a quick look at the time-lapse of Scaredy here. Now, obviously using a lot of references from the old Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer production of Wizard of Oz, but I've been looking back a lot at the original stories, the original storybooks of the Wizard of Oz, and yeah, this little guy, let's bring him up on screen right now. He's probably a little creepier than our Scarecrow, to be honest, but, well, yeah, you can get even creepier. Let's just move right on ahead here. So yeah, just basically a first time lapse here. Recorded with like LiceCap GIF capture software. I'm kind of just reconfiguring the studio at the moment as we get the character creator or character generator. I think we should go with character generator. I don't know, I'm gonna have a vote. We should call it a vote or something on Discord for that. But any parallel to Eye of the Beholder, I'm gonna grasp to my bosom, as it were. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So evil red eyes, painting the Scarecrow. Yeah. Not sure what else to say about that. So I'm just going to talk about the Locust a little more. Yeah, basically running the audio straight through this tiny portable reel-to-reel Locust I picked up for $50, which is an incredible steal. These are like new old stock vintage electronics. Usually fetch a high price on eBay, and excuse me. Obviously, the kind of I don't know, genuine vintage, bespoke, retro, blah blah blah. Using actual machines from the past to pass my audio signal through for the games, for the assets. The audio assets I put in games is well, I mean, it's important to me, and it fires me up, it inspires me, and nothing quite so much as a little reel-to-reel recorder where I'm actually hearing my voice pass through, decades-old resistors, capacitors, and electronic circuitry, and then into the digital audio workstation, where it is converted into ones and zeros, and then back into audio into your ear holes. Speaking of which, yeah, what was I saying on the Discord about the Scarecrow? Yeah, it reminds me of Luke's dad at the end of Return of the Jedi. Like aka photorealistic Humpty Dumpty. But yeah, our guy here doesn't hear too well anymore, so sometimes you've got to yell in his ear. Obviously lose the stealth bonus on that one. Trekking through the depths of the fell and whatnot. Yeah, I'm looking at random things on our Discord, on our Hibernaculum Discord right now. Time lapses. What are we doing here? Yeah, it's coming along. I'm just putting some highlights, touching up some of the synth hair of our Synthoid Man. Yeah, he's a well, I don't want to let loose too much with the lore at this point because under construction at the moment, but basically he's a Synthoid Man, rubber skin hanging loose and tied together with cordage, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say about him for now. I kind of want to say more. I mean, I do imagine if you pull that flaccid rubber face off, there's just one of our Andys underneath, I am a man, you are a man. But yeah, well, let's just say I don't want to unwrap too many of these mysteries just yet before well, everyone gets their feet wet on the deck plating of the ship. So yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun. Well, obviously, always have fun making audio and visual assets, world building for the game, but really getting knee deep in building the foundational, structure of the game engine for Hibernaculum, and character creator obviously is the big focus at the moment. If you're on our Discord again, there's a lot of material there to check out. Both numbers wise and visuals. You can see what's going on with the actual interface and what's going on with the maths and stats behind it. Basically, I'm having a lot of fun working out the details of the skilled system. That's kind of the stuff that's not as fancy to show off. There's no eye candy to be had there, but these are, as I was saying again on Discord, these are kind of the base mechanics that are going to provide the foundation for our macabre, eye-poppingly grotesque walking simulator. But yeah, without a strong foundation, it would just be a walking simulator. I was being facetious then. We in no way plan to make a walking sim, but I think if you've been following any of my social medias or our social medias regarding Hyper, you probably become aware that it's more than a nostalgic boat ride. It's more than a little road trip back into retro gaming. It is its own thing, for better or worse. And I guess I don't want to say too much about that because we have the luxury of not having to divulge too many details to publisher or even the public. So some of the mysteries of the ship, I quite like keeping, once again, wrapped up, buried in a Matryoshka doll deep down. Okay, so I think we're probably wrapping up. I probably haven't been recording this whole time. Oh my god, I'm gonna hit stop on the Locust, and it's gonna be like I haven't been recording any of this. Holding this tiny little retro plastic, what's it called, Remocon mic, and it has a tiny little on-off switch on the microphone. I uncoiled this mic cable for the first time since it was built in 1970, and it still flexes really nicely. I don't know, you can make some ASMR. That's like 1970s electronics ASMR right there. In the flesh. Speaking of in the flesh, I really want to tear that rubber off his face now. I think that's going to have to be a plot point at some point down the line. Okay, we're back in real time now. I think this guy, Scaredy took me a couple of hours to paint. I got a cracking migraine about halfway through him, so I had to take a short breather and pop a few ibuprofens and then back to it. But yeah, I always wonder what would happen to a painting if I don't know, it didn't have those little stops. Maybe he wouldn't have a hood. Maybe his ear hole wouldn't be so prominent. I quite like the ear hole and the idea of just having to yell in that thing to get him to stop walking ahead of you and giving up the whole game, basically, when you're exploring the ship. But I guess these are the kind of small stories I'm enjoying telling along the way because obviously the birthday cake we have to wait for. So why not have a few cookies and treats along the way? I mean, like Dale Cooper says in Twin Peaks, every day, once a day, give yourself a little present. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be a cup of coffee or a smashed avocado with sprouts on toast or whatever you get into. But the point is just, I think it's self-care is what it's about. I think Dale Cooper was talking about self-care before that became a hashtag. But I've been, Toots and I have been talking a lot of Twin Peaks lately, and a lot of David Lynch lately, actually. But I digress. We are definitely closing in on Scaredy being finished here now. Yeah, still into real time. I've got the taxi driver open in the right hand. Don't worry, I'll cut all the coughing out there. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna cut it out because I'm lazy. I'll cough a bit too, so now for completely wrecking this audio recording. No. I'm gonna give her a background now because she actually looked genuinely sad when I played that track. Okay, so yeah, smiling ear to ear here, which is what I'm always doing when I finish an asset for Hyper, whether it be a tiny animation for the character creator or a full-blown, portrait for one of our fallen heroes, which is what the Scarecrow is. Oops, did I divulge too much? I don't think so. We're just filling in the last few pixels here, so I'm going to skip ahead and I'm just going to let this play out. Yeah, thanks for joining along, those of you who did, and I'll catch you all in the Discord, and next time on the Locust. Transmission ending. Over. Transmission over. An out. Over and out.